What if Earth lost oxygen for 5 seconds? Imagine that suddenly, every bit of oxygen on Earth disappeared for just 5 seconds. It sounds like a short time, but the consequences would be shocking. Oxygen is not only important for breathing, it also plays a major role in the atmosphere, buildings, transportation, and even the ground beneath our feet. Let's explore what would happen. For the first second, people would not immediately collapse because the human body stores a small amount of oxygen in the blood. However, everyone would suddenly feel unable to breathe. Birds flying in the sky would struggle, and animals everywhere would experience the same problem. The biggest surprise would be the sun. Without oxygen molecules in the atmosphere, the sky would instantly turn much darker. Oxygen helps scatter sunlight, giving us the bright blue sky we see every day. For a few seconds, the world would look strange and dim. Another dramatic effect would happen to buildings. Concrete depends on oxygen-containing compounds for its structure. If oxygen vanished completely, many concrete structures could weaken or even crumble. Bridges, roads, and buildings around the world could suffer serious damage. Vehicles would also be affected. Airplane engines need oxygen for combustion. Thousands of aircraft in the sky would temporarily lose engine power. Cars and motorcycles using fuel would also stop burning fuel during those 5 seconds. Fortunately, many engines could restart when oxygen returned, but the interruption could cause accidents. The Earth's surface would experience an even more surprising change. Much of the crust contains oxygen in minerals and rocks. If oxygen disappeared from these compounds, the ground itself would begin to break apart. The effects would be catastrophic, though scientists consider this scenario physically impossible. Human skin would also be affected. The ozone layer, which is made from oxygen molecules, protects us from harmful ultraviolet radiation. If oxygen vanished, even briefly, the protective shield would disappear. 5 seconds is not long enough to cause severe radiation damage, but the event would still expose Earth to intense sunlight. The oceans would not escape the chaos. Water is made of hydrogen and oxygen. If oxygen somehow disappeared from water molecules, oceans, rivers, and lakes would cease to exist. Massive amounts of hydrogen gas would be released. This would create an unimaginable disaster far beyond anything humanity has ever experienced. Communication systems might also face problems. Sudden atmospheric changes could interfere with radio signals and satellite operations. Power grids and electronic systems could experience disruptions as the atmosphere rapidly changed and then returned to normal. After exactly 5 seconds, oxygen would suddenly reappear. People would gasp for air. Engines would restart. Birds would continue flying if they had not already crashed. But the damage to infrastructure, transportation, and the environment could be enormous. Fortunately, this scenario cannot happen according to our current understanding of physics and chemistry. Oxygen is deeply bound into Earth's atmosphere, water, rocks, and living organisms. It cannot simply vanish for 5 seconds. Nevertheless, thinking about such a situation helps us appreciate how essential oxygen is to life and to the planet itself. The lesson is simple: oxygen is one of the most important substances on Earth. Every breath we take, every tree that grows, and every animal that survives depends on it. Without oxygen, even for a few seconds, our world would become almost unrecognizable.